Summer is here, and apparently that's when most people think about going outside and playing sports. Now, who in the Nintendo universe can't get enough of sports? You guessed it, Mario. Mario has tried a whole manner of things, and surprisingly it's only in recent years he's kind of gotten lazy. Now, whilst I don't like the idea of a Mario sports game taking the place of a full 3D adventure game for the plumber, that doesn't mean I don't want to see more sporting outings for the moustache man. So today I'm going to make a list in no particular order of 5 Mario sports games I'd like to see in the future. And yes, this does include sequels, but there are plenty of new ideas too. I haven't included Mario Kart, as that bad boy gets a video all of its own. In 5th place, I've gone for a HD Mario Golf and a proper Mario Tennis. Let's kick things off with the obvious. Mario is famously known in the sporting world for his golf and tennis games. They've always been a delight, full of charm and full of character. And that comes from a guy who has no interest in either sport. However, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash was hideous, lazy and a disgrace to the franchise. I'm not going to hide my feelings for that one. What we need are 2 true sequels to 2 great games, and the NX is the perfect home for that. Get some online and a 2-player tournament in co-op in tennis, surely that was a no-brainer, Nintendo, and we're set to go. In 4th place, I've gone for Mario Strikers. Of all the existing Mario sports games, this is the one I want to return most. Yes, that means the last 3 are newbies. Mario Strikers is what Nintendo does best, taking a traditional game and adding the Mario charm to it. You know, the complete opposite of what Ultra Smash did. Screw you, Ultra Smash. It's easy to see how the game could be improved. Apart from the regular healthy dosage of more of everything, there could be a few more modes, perhaps some mini games. The online wasn't horrendous, but it was early days for Nintendo and could easily be improved and become a pretty big hit in my eyes. It would also be great for the character roster to get huge, so each team really does feel unique. I don't know how Nintendo would feel about going down the route of giving characters names and personalities, you know, similar to how FIFA has all the real world footballers and stuff like that. This could give you an incentive to unlock new characters and such. So for example, you'd have a Goomba that's a really good striker or defender, and another Goomba that's the opposite, and that sort of thing. I don't think Nintendo would complicate it too much, because Mario Strikers is very accessible for all gamers. But nevertheless, it would be cool to give each character their own personalities. Plus, if Nintendo did do that, they could release their own bloody take on those football trading cards. But it would be interesting. Entry number 3, Mario Chess. This is where things get a little more interesting. So yeah, chess is a sport. Google that stuff. Now this isn't a joke entry, this is a legit serious entry, and I'm going to explain to you why, and I guarantee you'll think it's pretty nifty. You probably still won't buy it, but at the very least, you might rethink the idea. Now, there would be 2 modes in Mario Chess, Traditional Chess and Mario Chess. But what would be most important about both would be the pieces and the boards. So rather than having a single chess set, what if there are multiple sets that were unlockable via tournaments? What I mean is, imagine a Super Mario World inspired board and pieces, or a Super Mario Bros. 2, or Mario Galaxy, Mario Kart. And what if some nice relaxing orchestric music played in the background, matching the themes of each board? There's so many options here, and it would be super nice. HD these boards and pieces, and it would melt the heart of any Mario fan. In Mario Chess mode is where these boards would come to life. Each theme board could have its own gimmicks, such as traps on the board, or new rules for new pieces, or maybe even an upgrade system. I'm going to put this out there right now. I have no idea how to play chess, but I know that this idea would work, and it would probably actually get me interested in the game. And I haven't even mentioned Amiibo. What if you were able to scan any Amiibo and make your own custom chess set? You could assign any figure to any role you like. That would be pretty ace. You can then take these sets online and go against other people that have created their own Amiibo chess set. I personally think this is a great idea, and if successful, Nintendo could easily release some real world equivalent of the boards. Number 2, Mario Boarding. Ever since I was a wee lad, I always wanted a specific Mario snowboarding game, and as the years went by, the idea grew on me of a Mario surfboarding game and a Mario skateboarding game. My idea was to release these games as a trio, but my older, smarter self thinks that actually those 3 games might be better as one awesome package. Now, Mario snowboarding is pretty easy to visualise, the other 2 not so much, but just imagine revisiting Isle Delfino, getting some boards and soaking up some rays. I fully believe that if the locations were oozing with Mario charm, the gameplay would just kind of follow. And wouldn't it be great to have specific characters for each mode? So in snowboarding, a penguin would be playable, in surfboarding, a pianta, and in skateboarding, a hammerbro, and much more. This game could work on the idea that the board you use transforms for each event, so it's all just one board really. Each mode could feature a main tournament where you have to either race or get a certain amount of points based on which sport it is. And then you could have a couple of other modes too, different for each one. For example, snowboarding could have a ring challenge, whereas surfboarding could have a blooper race reminiscent of Mario Sunshine, and maybe skateboarding could have a battle mode where you throw Mario Kart inspired items at each other. There's loads of potential for all three, but even if we got just one, I'd be pretty happy. Number 1, the Mario Costume Olympics. And finally, what I'd really love to see is another Mario Sports Mix / Olympics based on the universe's many costumes. Allow me to explain. I think the idea of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games is pretty good, yet seeing both teams compete in the 100 meters or javelin just isn't that fun anymore. It doesn't feel very Sonic or very Mario. I admit the dream events do spice things up a bit, but don't you think in the Mario universe they'd have their own sports? What I'm thinking is a bunch of games loosely based on real world events tailored to the Mario universe through the use of its series' many costumes. So instead of, let's say, shot put, your character grabs a fire flower and you have to launch fireballs as far as you can. Or instead of triple jump, you don the Tanuki suit for a much longer triple jump. Use the invincibility star to make running events a lot more fun, destroying obstacles along the way. Or how about taking on the rock mushroom to play a bowling game, similar to that appeared in Mario Galaxy? I believe there's a huge amount of potential here. I think you only have to look at how many power-ups there are and you could probably come up with a sport or activity for each. It would also be great to see all of the Mario characters take on these power-ups. If you think about it, a fire flower isn't something that only Mario can use. So, ever wanted to see Waluigi in a penguin suit in a sliding game, or how about Wario in a bee costume for a tactical flying minigame? Perhaps such ideas might not warrant a full game, but I feel if the Mario and Sonic series dies, which I feel it kind of is, a Super Mario Olympics game with the Super Mario touch would be pretty damn awesome. So that's it folks, a very quick fire 5 ideas for future Mario sports games to get you in the summer mood. I think any of these would make great additions to the Mario Sports series. But now I'll throw it over to you. What do you think of these ideas? Do you have any ideas based on these, or something completely different? Let me know. You've been watching Keen TV, and thank you for tuning in.